Of all the highways around the Delta, perhaps none looks better today than Highway 65 in Arkansas, which featured two fairly wide and dry-looking lanes, but it still showed patches of ice. Highway 82 from Arkansas to Mississippi looks much the same, with at least one clear lane each way. The approach to the 82 bridge looked good, but look at all the ice that remains at that intersection just ahead of the bridge. Once you got past that, it looked like smooth sailing all the way up to the bridge. Going across the 82 bridge also looked good, with ice only on the edges of the traffic lanes. Let's take you up now to the Highway 49 bridge, where lanes looked clear and dry and traffic moving normally, and hopefully a little slower than normal. On the approaches to the bridge, you can still see icy patches and even some black ice leading up to the span from Arkansas. On the Mississippi side, the run up to the bridge looked good, but a little wet. This approach to the Highway 49 bridge, though, still showed a lot of ice and only one narrow, clear patch. Back down outside Leland, Highway 61 continues thawing out while it still remains icy and rutted. In Greenville, you can see significant melting at Highway 82 and Raceway, but also significant patches of ice, including what looks like some black ice. Same for Highway 82 and Highway 1. Not all highways showed that much melting. This is Highway 82 at Broadway in Greenville, where there's hardly any melting and lots of ice. We saw people traveling through here very carefully. On the other side of the intersection, it didn't look a whole lot better, and certainly some black ice in those lanes. Even though the ice has started to melt, most city streets look like this, still frozen over and not necessarily thawing anytime soon. Shaded areas will be the last to melt. So slow down and no sudden stops. The ice is still with us, and in some ways, more dangerous than ever. Dennis Turner, the Delta News.
Well, driving conditions on icy roads can be tricky and dangerous for just about any driver. Delta News reporter Donatus Liddell shows us how drivers and experts at driving are staying safe in these hazardous driving conditions.
As sunshine started to melt with the ice storm left us this week, travel on highways got a little safer. But in other areas, the melting, then freezing ice made things worse. Wendy Patello came from Arkansas to Greenville, and she said as long as you drive carefully, you can get where you're going in one piece.
Pretty well, because I stayed on the roads that were clear, and I didn't get on the sides that were all iced up just to be safe. And when I got to the bridge, it was pretty well clear, but you always use caution, even if it does seem clear, because you might have to watch out for black ice.
Robert Doggett has spent his week shoveling all the ice that kept building up. He's seen his share of close calls on the roads, so he urges people to take it easy.
Slow down, please be careful, take your time. And as far as out shoveling snow, skip us something to do, get out of the house, really not bad.
The slick conditions had kept cars swerving, which always get the attention of highway patrollers like Jose Watson.
When you get ready to approach a stop sign or any traffic light, ask you to slow down before you get to that stop area, and to prevent from sliding into the intersection. And then when you're taking off, just ease your feet off the brake, and then let the vehicle kind of coast, and then accelerate through the intersection.
And even though she says safe driving can get you where you need to go, Wendy Patello says if you don't have to get out, stay home.
Please be careful. Take it slow, take it easy, and if you don't have to be out in this weather, don't get out in it. And if you're not comfortable driving in this weather, please don't get out in it. Just we want everybody to be safe and careful and just make it to their destination safely.
And with some of this expected to refreeze overnight, that sounds like very good advice. In Greenville, Donatus Liddell, the Delta News.
Well, governments and businesses alike